Hello, I'm Professor Kabi, Kabaliswaran, and if you want, the whole 9 yards. I've been most associated with the Langon part-time professional program for a long while, teaching the so-called Kabi Trifecta of courses. They're all soft skill courses, and the titles go like strategic design, power and politics. Sounds appetizing already, right? And great leadership models, that is. I was a practicing chemical engineer in India before I moved to management, and I did my master's and my PhD in management at Stern. So what happened? I moved from the engineering of matter toward the engineering of mind. I love part-timers because their learning is much more organic. They learn 6 to 9 and they practice at 9 to 5. I went to school full-time all my life. I can't fathom how you could manage to go to work full-time and then top of it, go to school part-time. So my heart goes out to you. So I make every accommodation you need to make sure you end up pleasing the professor as well as the boss. In terms of recording sessions you might miss, all the sessions, including the jokes, are recorded, right? So you could miss a session here or there, right? But you will not miss none of the content, right? Of course, I'll miss you. I can think of a couple of things that make someone a great success in the part-time program at Stern. First, you got to be intellectually curious, because we teach you the analytical approach to organizations. So you got to remain curious. And number 2, you got to learn to connect what you learn at school to what you see at work. I'm so delighted to share with you how the learning works both ways. Quite a few incidents. The students, I'll give a student who is struggling with some kind of an obvious situation, why don't you try this out? And there'll be this initial resistance to the piece of counsel. And they would go to the office and they try it out the next class. They just broadcast to the whole class, and it's such a delight to watch and observe. It worked. She goes, Kabi, it worked, right? And nothing pleases a professor more than that, I'm telling you. How soon to apply into the program? The sooner the better. And having said that, it's never too late. But sooner the better. Because the sooner you acquire these highly sophisticated analytical skill sets at the MBA program, the sooner you get to leverage them, right? And benefit the rest of your career. So, when are you going to apply? I hope to see you soon.